What's up, gang? Buckle up, get ready, because I'm about to tell you one of the tools that has been one of the most transformational and most important of my life. Let's go. Okay, so what we're going to talk about is storytelling, and not in the way of you think. I know, like, most of us know that storytelling is a crucial part of the human experience as far as how we learn and how we experience life. But usually it's in how we tell story to others. But today we're going to talk about how important it is, the story that you tell yourself. And it's easy for people to look back and say, oh, that was meant to be. Oh, I learned so much from that. Oh, I know that this connected with this, and then I learned this lesson. But it's extremely difficult in the moment to get a grasp on, really just get a grasp on it without losing your mind, right? If it's a tough situation, if it's a disappointment, if it's a heartbreak, if it's loss of money, things don't go your way, whatever it is, this tool is going to seriously change your life, and because it's changed mine. So I'm gonna tell you two stories so you can see how this tool is used in real life. Number one, first story is when I was 18 years old. If you don't know, I was a hip hop artist. So one of my first gigs I remember was for a friend's birthday party. We were like 18 years old. I think maybe we had just graduated high school, or maybe we were 17 or 18 years old, and in this club, right, like, there's no alcohol. It's kind of just like a teen club before you hit 21 or whatever. And my friends had asked me to perform, so I'm like, sweet, like, I love it. This is kind of like a cool, like, club scene that I get to perform at for my first time. And so I'm getting super stoked. So I write a new song to a new beat, and I'm actually memorizing the song on the way to this venue, to the performance, to this party, which is crazy if you think about it. It's not a wise decision to try and memorize a new song and then perform it in 20 minutes. But anyway, I was super stoked. So we get to the club, I'm practicing my lines, and then it comes time for me. So I step up into this like stage / DJ booth, weird placement, but anyways. So I put my beat CD in, the DJ plays it, and I start rapping, and I'm doing all right, but I'm not nailing it. I mean, I'm trying to memorize the song while I'm rapping it for the first time. And so there's, a room full of friends, like just high school kids. And then all of a sudden there's this random dude that no one knows, rando, starts booing me. And he literally like boos me hardcore, like, get off the stage. And of course, like, your heart starts beating so heavy, or my heart starts beating so heavy, and I'm like sweating and I'm stumbling even more. Then I start to mumble and I forget every word, and I'm just like blah, 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 blah. So rightfully so, very boo worthy. And so I get off stage and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I felt so defeated. And I was just like, I can't believe I just got booed. Like, that doesn't like happen. Like, you don't think this actually happens, but I did. My friends are consoling me, whatever. But shortly after the concert, or after this party, I remember being outside, and my mind immediately went from feeling sorry for myself to, this is going to be such a cool story to tell one day. That I can't wait to rap about this. I can't wait to write a song about this. I can't wait to tell, like, literally how meta is this that I'm telling you about it right now. Like, tell, like, on stage about it. So why this is so important is because we are telling ourselves a story, and otherwise our perception of life, of what is happening. So in this moment, I had the choice to continue to feel sorry for myself, right? To feel like, oh my gosh, I got booed. Like, he's right, I suck. Like, I should just stop. I should just give up. I'm not gonna rap again. I'm not gonna perform again. But instead, in that moment, and this is what's key, and why I'm telling you this is so you can use this technique in the moment of your life. because it's so easy to give up or stop or lose hope. And so I decided, no, like, I'm gonna let this fire me up. I'm gonna use this as fuel to literally write a song about this and remember this one day. And a few years later, I performed a song rapping about this moment to a sold out crowd for an album that we had released. So that moment had come full circle, and now I'm telling you about it now. So I used something in that moment to boost me and propel me forward. Story number one. Now, story number two. Not too long ago. So about 2 years ago, a friend approached me about a big investment that had the potential to make a lot of money. And at this point, I had a really good job, like a 6-figure job. I had savings, I had like 401k, I was kind of messing around with stocks. So I'm like, okay, like this is a big investment, high risk, but I'm interested, let's try it. Long story short, I jumped into this investment. I put in $40,000 US dollars of debt. So I maxed out credit cards to invest. And what happened is for the first 4, 5, 6 months, it did really well. And it actually, that from the residual, the passive income from this investment, I started to make more than my day job if I were to cash out and not reinvest like I was. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like, anyway, so I'm making tons of money from something just like a big risk investment, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually working. This is how people get rich. So this gave me the confidence to quit my 9-to-5 job. And so, right, I could live off that and savings while I boosted my business at the time, which has now turned into peer coaching. So, but the funny thing is, as soon as I quit my job, this money started to fizzle. It started to go away. So that money that I was counting on, like that $5,000 a month or whatever, ish, more or less, it dwindled. And the investment for this money, 4 or 5 months later after I quit, was gone. That money that I invested was gone. What's up, gang? I hope you love this video. And if you don't know, I have a podcast. It's called Feeling Free. Feeling Free with Ben Harris. It's on Apple Podcasts / iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's on all the things. You can go search Feeling Free with Ben Harris, or you can go to my website. It's feeling-free.com. That's feeling-free.com. So you can go check out the podcast because we've had some amazing guests. If you like this conversation, you will love that. So go check out the podcast. You can go find out about my programs, my coaching, the retreats, all the fun things. Go to my website. Back to the video. And yes, that sucks, right? Yes, I have made some money back, but that initial investment of $40,000 was gone. And so, rightfully so, a lot of people could lose their mind. In fact, I've had a lot of people tell me, oh my gosh, Ben, I'm so sorry. But I remember very specifically, this wasn't too long ago, this was earlier in 2020 when this happened to me, or happened for me. And I was talking to a friend who's also in the investment, and I told him in this moment, after like feeling scared, of course I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I told him in this moment, I'm like, dude, I lost $40,000 so I can learn how to make $40,000. In this moment of being faced with the choice of, I'm never doing that again. Ben, you're so dumb. Why'd you put that much money in? People were right. That was too risky. That was too dumb. Ben, why'd you do it? Why'd you take that risk? Like, you shouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh, like I'm so dumb. Now hurry and go get another job. Like, never take a risk again. That's a story and that's a choice. Or I could use what is happening to/for me to tell myself a story in this moment of losing $40,000 is going to propel me to learn how to make $40,000 on my own in my business, which it did exactly that. It allowed this space and this creation and the inspiration for me to be in this space to receive what is now the fear guy, what is now fear coaching, what is now what I'm doing right now, while you're watching this. So if I wouldn't have lost $40,000, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You wouldn't be watching this. And if I wouldn't have told my story, like to myself, I wouldn't, like, who knows if I would be here right now in the same context, right? It might have taken longer. So why this is so crucial is you have one of two options, right? You can tell yourself a story of how it sucks, of how this is the worst thing ever, of how like this is ruining your life, or you can tell yourself a story, because either way you're telling yourself a story. Like, most people don't realize, like, people, like, trust me, I know, I've seen it with myself. People think you're crazy when you take these big risks, when you put yourself out there in the face of fear, when you have the courage to do this. People think you're batshit crazy, and they're gonna tell you that. And so, but you have to know, you have to feel that within you, that this has a lesson for you. This has a purpose, and you're learning exactly what you need to. It's happening exactly for you as it needs to. God, the universe, your guides, angels, they're like literally, everything's happening for you, so you can speak about it, so you can learn more, so you can get that experience, you can inspire others, you can have a more meaningful life. And so honestly, losing that money was one of the best things that's ever happened to me, because now I'm speaking to you because of it, because it inspired me to learn how to feel safe and inspired in so much uncertainty with all this debt. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is gonna happen? What am I gonna do? But having faith, having trust, having confidence to still move through that. And how I did that was the story that I'm telling myself in that moment. So please don't wait to, like, later in life. You can use this storytelling technique anytime right now, because again, you're telling yourself a story, one that is a benefit to you or one that is a detriment to you. It's your choice. All right. Tell me in the comments what you think of this. Tell me how you're going to implement this today. Tell me what craziness is happening in your life that you can tell yourself a story of why it's happening exactly as you need it to. Tell me in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. I love you. I believe in you. What's up, YouTube family? Make sure you like, boop. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you love about this video, because when you do, it helps this get seen and it makes the world a better place. Thank you, thank you.